Star vs. the Forces of Evil is an animated series that started airing on Disney Channel in 2015. It has a total of 4 seasons and 77 episodes. The cartoon generally tells the adventures of our main character, Star Butterfly. In this video, I will tell you the whole story of the cartoon Star vs. the Forces of Evil from start to finish. Now, let's get to the video. In the first part of the cartoon, Star Butterfly receives a royal magic wand as a gift from her parents on her 14th birthday. But then she causes chaos, and so they decide to send her to Earth for the safety of the kingdom. She goes to a high school where the principal assigns Marco Diaz to be the guide for Star Butterfly. Star befriends Marco Diaz and starts living with his family. Star's magical presence accidentally attracts the attention of the evil Ludo, and she and Marco fight against Ludo's men. As Star adjusts to Earth and her magical responsibilities, she and Marco strengthen their friendship as they face the threats that lie ahead. In the next episode, Star's best friend, the Flying Princess, arrives as a ponyhead and takes the duo on a journey. Star uses her dimensional scissors to open a portal, but she's chased by 3 men, the guards of St. Olga, a prison-like school for princesses. Her father, King Ponyhead, arrives and the princess explains that Ponyhead wants to spend her last free day with her best friend. Before Ponyhead leaves, she gives Star her dimensional scissors, which means that Star can travel wherever she wants. In the next episode, Star's ex-boyfriend Tom arrives and invites her to the Blood Moon Ball. When the moon's light shines, it chooses 2 people and binds their soul together forever. But Star finds the event rather boring, until a man in disguise approaches her and the 2 dance briefly. He turns out to be Marco, and the moonlight shines on them as they dance. Meanwhile, Ludo's attempts to steal Star's magic wand repeatedly fail, so he hires Toffee to help him. In the next episode, on her birthday, Star uses her interdimensional mirror to connect with Ponyhead and learns about the strict rule at St. Olga's school. Determined to help her friends, Star and Marco use dimensional scissors to infiltrate the school, discover its oppressive environment, and Star starts a princess rebellion. In the midst of all the chaos, they release Ponyhead and start an escape for all the princesses. Miss Heinous discovers evidence about the world and vows to find the culprits. Star and Marco escape, leaving Ponyhead behind to create change from within. In the season 1 finale, Toffee, whom Ludo asked for help, tells the monsters that Ludo is an incompetent leader and manipulates them. Because of this, the monsters choose Toffee over Ludo and throw Ludo out of his castle. Later, Toffee captures Marco and puts him in a cage. Toffee sends a message to Star asking her to give him her wand or he'll kill Marco. Marco tells Star not to give him his wand, but Star accepts Toffee's offer to save her friend. Marco's released, but the wand explodes, destroying Toffee and his castle, followed by the municipal army. Glossaric then offers to repair the wand, but it turns out that a piece is still missing. In the first episode of season 2, Star gets a new wand that behaves quite strangely, and her magic wand enters the instruction book. Star accidentally locks Marco in a closet. Marco accidentally finds Star's diary in the closet. In the diary, there's a section called My Thoughts about Marco. When Marco reads this title, Star immediately uses her powers to unlock the door. Meanwhile, a defeated Ludo travels through various dimensions and manages to tame a spider and a bald eagle. Finally, Ludo finds a broken part of Star's wand and realizes that he's been in Star's dimension, Muni, all this time. Using a flat rock in the hand of a skeleton, he makes the second wand and goes to Butterfly Castle. Ludo struggles to control his magic wand in Muni and is guided by it to see Star for information. On Earth, Glossaric trains Star with her wand, but Star's failure angers him and causes him to enter a donut box. Ludo arrives with his friends and a battle ensues as Star realizes the importance of proper training. Later, Ludo learns about Star's instruction book and will come back to steal it in later episodes. In the next episode, Star wonders why her wand is like this. The leader of the corrupted spells realizes that her wand is contaminated and Glossaric sends her inside the wand to clean the black magic inside. Star discovers Toffee's severed finger, the source of the bad magic. She manages to catch the finger and removes it from the wand. On the other hand, Ludo arrives on Earth and manages to steal the spellbook, thus taking over Glossaric completely. After a failed rescue mission, Star reluctantly calls her parents for help, who forgive her and promise to take care of the situation. Ludo and his friends arrive at a mountain temple where they set up a fortress for Ludo. Ludo descends to the bottom floor where he finds Glossaric. With the instruction book, Ludo learns the levitation spell. Ludo learns that Glossaric has hidden a chapter from the book, and Glossaric warns Ludo that this spell is very dangerous. After reading the chapter, he's possessed by Toffee's spirit, who takes control of his body. In the next episode, Star makes t-shirts to go to a concert with Marco. Later, Jackie, the girl Marco loves, arrives. The 3 of them then go to the concert together. They all have a lot of fun together, but Star sees that Jackie and Diaz are together, so she leaves them there and leaves. Star gets upset, but Marco hugs her, saying that she's his best friend. In the season 2 finale, it's It's revealed that Ludo stole Star's spellbook at Rubariot's concert, and Star's love for Marco causes confusion and anger among the citizens. Star and Marco's relationship becomes strained after this. Queen Moon and the Magic Commission search Ludo's magic book in the Temple of the Beast, but Ludo says he doesn't remember anything after reading the secret chapter. However, Toffee regains control of Ludo's body and fights the Commission, absorbing their magic and killing Lekmet. Queen Moon barely escapes and warns Star of Toffee's return. At the end of the episode, Star tells Marco of her love for him and the danger they're in, and then suddenly teleports away, leaving Marco behind. Now, let me tell you how magic came to be and the history of the butterfly family. For an unknown amount of time after magic was born, Glossaric served as the ruler and teacher of magic. In his seemingly endless life, he creates various beings to manage the affairs of magic. Among these beings are the Omnitraxis Prime, Lekmet, Romulus, and Hekapu. After life begins to explode on the planets, he creates a high magical commission to monitor all magical events in the universe. He also gives Hekapu the ability to create dimensional scissors that allow beings to travel between dimensions. As time passes, a group of people come to Muni, probably from the distant future, and Glossaric gives one of them the magic wand. This person was most likely Muni's first queen, but as luck would have it, Muni was already inhabited by monsters, which led to a strange situation. However, the queen used her magic wand to transform her ordinary people into superpowered warriors. They eventually triumphed over the monsters, but the monsters would always be a constant threat to the people. Following Queen Solaria's succession to the throne, Mina Loveberry reveals her humble beginnings as a peasant girl who witnessed Queen Solaria bravely defend her village against a mere monster attack. Inspired by Solaria's bravery, Mina volunteers to become the first Solarian warrior, marking the beginning of her loyalty to the queen and her dedication to destroying the monsters from Muni, and thus begins centuries of human domination in the land of Muni. But Solaris' daughter Eclipsa was frozen in ice for using dark magic and having a romantic relationship with a monster called Globgor, and even now the two are crystallized somewhere in Muni. A few years later, as young Moon Butterfly mourns her mother, an army of monsters prepares to attack Butterfly Castle. The castle faces pressure from the High Commission on Magic and Archduke Batwin, who claims that a rogue monster known as the Lizard caused the conflict. Seeking guidance from Glossaric and a frozen Eclipsa, Peace makes a dangerous magic contract to learn a spell that can kill an immortal, and drives the monsters away by cutting off Toffee's finger. Determined to protect Muni, despite the High Commission's disapproval, Moon solidifies her role as queen. However, according to the contrast, Eclipsa will be freed from the crystal once Toffee is killed. In the first episode of Season 3, Marco struggles with his grief over Star's departure from Earth. Star and Queen Moon are on the run from Toffee. They head straight to the Sanctuary to bring back the magical High Commission, but the Sanctuary's magic well is compromised, and they're unable to revive the High Commission. Queen Moon reveals to Star that Toffee killed her mother and made a deal with Eclipsa, the Queen of Darkness. Star is shocked by this and realizes Toffee's power and gives Moon her magic wand. Meanwhile, Ludo wakes up to find his temple in ruins and the star shard of his wand lodged in his hand as he searches for Glossaric. Ludo learns that he defeated the High Commission of Magic and decides to write a chapter about himself in the Grimoire, only to realize that he no longer owns it. With the help of Glossaric, Ludo goes after the book but fails to communicate with it. The book then burns, and in the meantime, Toffee reincarnates Ludo's body and apparently kills Glossaric. Ludo, now alone, follows the crystal in his hand and makes his way to Butterfly Castle to capture it. In the next episode, after Star and Moon's departure, King River Butterfly wakes up alone in the castle and finds himself at a party, but the endless revelry quickly exhausts the citizens and leaves the kingdom in chaos. Marco arrives in Muni and encourages River to step forward as a leader. River delivers a heartfelt speech that, against all odds, lifts the morale of the people and restores order by restoring faith in his leadership. But the celebrations are cut short when Ludo arrives with a new monster invasion. At the Muni Sanctuary, Moon and Star wake up to find the magic well overflowing with black sludge. Unable to get the bodies of the High Commissioners of Magic out of the capsules, they barely escape before the sanctuary is flooded. Moon's magic is lost in the mud, and they take refuge in Buffrog's house, where Star discusses her plan to destroy Toffee. And Buffrog agrees to distract Moon while Star implements his plan, and they play a board game with Monster Bias. Moon's insults lead Buffrog to lock the house to prevent Star from leaving. However, Star learns that the youngest tadpole, Katrina, can talk, and offers to help Star escape. Determined to confront Toffee, Star sets off for Butterfly Castle. In the next episode, Inside Butterfly Castle, Ludo confronts River and asks for his help to win the approval of the people, threatening to use a spell called Levitado to banish him if he refuses. Meanwhile, Marco frees himself using butter and encounters Rubariet, Fool Duke, and Mime Girl. Marco manages to steal a key from Ludo and rescue River. However, he refuses to escape and is recaptured by Ludo, who exiles him using Levitano. Marco, Rubariet, and the others witness this and decide that the time has come to fight against Ludo's rule. Meanwhile, Star arrives and casts the Whispering spell, causing a huge explosion of magic. Ludo's eyes then turn pink. Star's consciousness is trapped in Ludo's body. Toffee takes full control and demands his finger back from Moon. Meanwhile, Star finds herself in a mysterious void with Glossaric, where she discovers an untouched piece of magic and then uses it. When Star touches it, she gains incredible power and her magic wand is finally repaired. And in this way, she unleashes her most powerful form, and with this power she melts Toffee in less than 3 seconds. But Toffee's still not dead, and comes at them, and is then killed by Ludo, who's regained his body. Ludo returns to his former self and asks Star to drive him into the void. The people Ludo sent before return, and King River becomes their ruler once again. However, now that Toffee is dead, there's a crack in Eclipse's crystal prison, and the episode ends. In the next episode, in Butterfly Castle, Star believes she sees Glossaric's face in a bowl. In the end, Star forgives Glossaric and confesses her gratitude for Glossaric's guidance. The next day, she discovers something glowing inside her and informs her parents about these events, telling them that Glossaric has returned, but is now speaking gibberish. In another episode, while taking Glossaric for a walk, she encounters Eclipsa in the Rose Garden. Queen Moon and the High Commission of Magic intervene and arrest Eclipsa with the intention of recrystallizing her for black magic and her past with a monster. Star, believing in Eclipsa's innocence, stops them and demands a fair trial. Eclipsa is imprisoned in the Tower of Prisoners, and Star visits her. She discovers Eclipsa's past involvement with black magic but does not care. In the next episode, Star tries to bring the humans and monsters together through a party, but the Princess Spiderbite and Slime Monster go missing and tensions arise among the partygoers. Star and Marco find Mina Loveberry catching the monsters, and Miss Heinous is revealed to be Meteora, so she turns out to be Eclipsa's daughter. A confrontation ensues, Mina escapes, and the party is cancelled. Star laments her failure to unite the two groups and feels lost after learning Meteora's identity. The monsters are arrested, but Star demands their release in the midst of all this chaos. Meteora reveals her true identity and transforms into Queen Moon, who is still plagued by doubts about her family's past. She asks Eclipsa for help in identifying her true granddaughter. They reveal the family history book, and Eclipsa reveals that she's not the real daughter of the previous ruler, Festivia. We learn that Eclipsa is hiding Meteora because she is with a monster. Then Eclipsa's trial begins, and Eclipsa demands to be tried with the box, which leads to the High Commission to falsely deny knowledge of Eclipsa's daughter. The box traps them in a shrinking metal container, and as they lie, the Commission finally admits that it has been displaced. Eclipsa then says that she made Festivia queen because her daughter was a monster. Queen Moon, Star, and Eclipsa then expose the lies of the High Commission. These events then shake Star's perception of her royal lineage, and they release Eclipsa and flee the courtroom. In the Season 3 finale, Queen Moon and Eclipsa discuss the threat posed by Meteora and urge the others to let them handle the situation. Eddie appears, offering to take them to Meteora and lead them to a swamp that Meteora has devastated. Meteora is revealed as a monstrous giant. Eclipsa tries to convince Meteora using her doll, and Eclipsa tells Meteora that she is her mother, but she wants the kingdom she deserves, and this leads to war. And during this battle, Eclipsa's intervention accidentally allows Meteora to escape. This battle leaves Moon and Eclipsa in a terrible situation. Moon's eye is destroyed, and she opens a portal to the realm of magic. Moon then escapes through the dimensional portal. Meteora makes her way to Butterfly Castle, and Star is the temporary queen. Star goes to the Land of Magic to find Moon, and leaves Marco in the land with the Magnificent Seven team to confront Meteora. Star fights Amnesia to find Moon's bath and healing water, but they both lose their memories and are stranded in the realm. Meanwhile, Marco and his allies try to trap Meteora but fail, and Star finally finds her way back to Muni. But Meteora has taken over the kingdom and captured many souls during a battle. Star exhausts all her powers to defeat Meteora, but she can't. At the last moment, Eclipsa saves Star with black magic and even manages to defeat Meteora. Meteora turns into a baby, and Eclipsa leaves with the wand to be with her monster love, Globgor. In the first episode of Season 4, Star, Marco, and King Butterfly continue to investigate the whereabouts of Queen Moon on Muni, and their research indicates that Moon may be on Pie Island. When they investigate further, they discover that Queen Moon has amnesia and a huge pie production factory. The Pie King reveals that Moon is actually descended from the Pie people and proves that he and Star have no claim to the throne after Moon's memories begin to resurface. surface. They manage to escape, reaffirming their bond. Meanwhile, confronting their complicated feelings, Star and Marco decide to face the curse of the blood moon that has bound them together romantically, and they learn that the curse can be broken with this cutting stone, but now they must sacrifice the memory of the first time they met, despite the bittersweet loss. And in losing these memories, Star and Marco have had a change of heart and now only see each other as friends. Marco tells Star that he plans to return to Earth for college and spend time with his newborn sister, causing a rift between them. Eventually they reconcile and Marco promises to visit her often. In the next episode, Tom, Star, and Marco visit Earth but find themselves trapped because their dimensional scissors no longer work. It's revealed that the High Commission disabled all dimensional scissors after the Globgor incident. They finally learn that with Janna's help, they can return to Muni using the magic realm that connects the two worlds. Once on Muni, they're separated. Marco emerges from the laundry room of Butterfly Castle and learns that there's a conspiracy against Eclipsa. Star wakes up in Dupe's hut. It's an attack on the monster temple. Star decides to help Eclipsa alone, and finally, Janna wakes up in Meteora's room in the temple. While Eclipsa's defenses are being tested, they see an attack by a Solarian warrior using powerful magic. Amidst the chaos caused by Mina Loveberry and the Solarian warriors, Star and her friends work tirelessly to evacuate the monster town and Butterfly family to safety. Then, with the help of Hekapoo, they devise a plan to reverse the Solarian magic that fuels the warriors. They capture Festivia Butterfly's spellbook. In the land of the dead, they seek answers by confronting the spirit of Solaria. They learn that the key to undoing the magic lies in the original spell. Meanwhile, Queen Moon arrives to offer her help and suggests that the villagers evacuate to safety before facing the Solarian army. As preparations for war continue, Star and Marco sincerely confess their feelings for each other and finally kiss for real. In the final episode of the series, however, a shocking revelation is made that Mina is actually working under Moon's command. Moon convinces Eclipsa to give her the scepter and throne to stop the invasion, but Mina claims that she's sworn allegiance to the late Queen Solarius, meaning she'll continue the attack. Star's frustration with magic grows, and she decides to destroy it completely to protect those that she loves. But Glossric reveals that erasing magic means losing Marco and altering reality. Heartbroken, Star heavily discusses her choice with Marco, but the realm of magic begins to collapse, and Star, Moon, Eclipsa, and baby Meteora work together to make it so. The collapsing spell severs the connection between Earth and Muni. Magic is no more. Every magical being is erased, including the High Commission and Glossric. Before the magic disappears completely, Star and Marco hug each other tightly, and just like that, everyone has gone to their own universe. But at the end of the episode, a portal opens in both dimensions. They both manage to meet through this portal and end up in a complex dimension between Muni and Earth. And so, it ends with Star versus the forces of evil. In this video, I have told you the whole story of the cartoon Star versus the forces of evil. Although the story has deteriorated towards the last seasons, it is still one of the best Disney cartoon series. I look forward to your comments on the cartoon. If you want me to continue this kind of end-to-end video, I would appreciate if you give this video 3,000 likes. See you in the next video. Goodbye.